Only grandson. What you doing under there?
Everyone's gone.
They all forgot you?
Yeah.
How long you been under there?
2 days. It gets cold at night. I pee my pants to stay warm.
Wise choice.
I'm Chucky. Before all this happened, my life was like a blank sheet of paper, until being forced into the Gallagher family's big whirlpool and ending up all messed up. The story starts with my great-grandfather Frank. Years of heavy drinking finally pushed his body to the limit. The doctor said that without a matching liver donor, he would survive the winter. In the entire Gallagher family, perhaps only Uncle Carl truly wants to save him. Unfortunately, he is still a minor and does not meet the donation criteria. As for the others, they have long been accustomed to Frank's life and death and simply do not care.
He's dying. Why is that my problem?
Because he's your father?
It's not like he was dealt a bad hand, okay? He drank through the liver that he had and he wrecked it. And now he wants to wreck mine. No way.
It's okay, son. If Fiona won't do it, I'll get my other daughter too.
Debbie's too young.
My oldest daughter, Samantha.
What?
That eldest daughter, my mother Sammy, born from a one-night stand that Frank had with a hippie woman named Queenie when he was young. Before Frank found us, my mom and I had been living in an abandoned trailer. It was small, but really warm.
最近为了给大家呈现更优质的视频，我换了台新设备来剪辑，而且没花什么钱，因为我把闲置物品回收了，换钱买的。我最近收拾家里，发现不少闲置都落灰了，之前没时间一个个卖，又懒得扯皮，干脆叫转转上门全部打包回收了。没想到这些主机、相机、投影仪啥的加起来有6、7千呢。要我说，谁家没几个闲置啊？想轻松处理，我强烈推荐转转。
The first time I met Frank, my mom and I had no idea who he was, but Mom seemed to like him a lot. She kept bringing him back to our trailer. Whenever he came over, I couldn't even sleep properly. He talked loudly. His laugh sounded like a cough, and he always reeked of alcohol, mixed with a kind of, a fucking indescribable stench of shit. Later we found out he was deathly ill and needed a major surgery. Mom was willing to do anything for him, even ready to donate part of her liver. But guess what? This dying old man was actually her biological father. Mom went crazy with anger when she first found out, but that bit of resentment was quickly overwhelmed by her longing for fatherly love. She started to enlist me in taking care of the seriously ill Frank.
It means a lot. You looking after me like this. I am a lucky public. Oh,
Hey, be careful!
No, it's fine. It's fine. You didn't mean to. Did your temples. Funny kid.
And just like that, we dived headfirst into the chaotic life of the Gallagher family. For me, this world was entirely new. Uncle Liam had just been discharged from the hospital after accidentally ingesting drugs, and Uncle Lee immediately laid down a strict rule at home. No one was allowed to touch that stuff again. He specifically reminded Mom to keep a close eye on Grandpa Frank, but seeing Grandpa, who was already ravaged by illness, Mom couldn't spare it, and secretly gave him a painkiller shot. It was that injection that completely ignited Lip's anger. As a result, Mommy and Grandpa, who was dying on the ground, were all thrown out of the house by Uncle. We didn't go back to the trailer park, taking advantage of Aunt Sheila's trip out of town. We sneaked into her house. It was only the second day after I arrived here, when my grandfather asked me to start making a bucket list.
Where were we?
Number 9, rob a convenience store. Number 10, recycle scrap metal. Number 11, prostitution.
Nix that one. My thrill drill is out of juice.
Number 12, sperm bank.
See number 11.
To keep Grandpa Frank alive, Mom came up with a plan. She pretended to put Aunt Sheila's house up for sale with a sign outside, and kept collecting deposits from different buyers. Almost all the money cheated was exchanged for medicine, which was injected into Grandpa's body. Mom even resorted to selling herself just to get doctors to make regular home visits. Later, when we heard Grandpa's last wish to go to the alibi bar one more time, Mom actually moved the entire bar over and invited all Grandpa's drunkard friends that day. I saw Grandpa cry. It was the first time I'd ever seen him shed tears, and at that moment I suddenly felt that maybe everything Mom had done was worth it. On that day, Mom heard from a drug dealer that he could arrange an underground liver transplant surgery. It was like Mom had grabbed the last straw to save a life. She immediately scraped together money with Aunt Sheila and arranged a transplant for Grandpa at an underground clinic. The result, as one might expect, was that Grandpa didn't get a new liver. Instead, even his originally healthy kidneys were cut out. Now Grandpa was really on the verge of death, and all of us were waiting for him to take his last breath. But who could have predicted that a doctor suddenly rushed over, saying he was going to replace Grandpa's liver? Just because Grandpa was at death's door, his position on the organ transplant waiting list jumped straight to the top. In this way, Grandpa's liver transplant was ultimately successful. After the surgery, the doctor said to interact more with Grandpa Frank, so that he can stimulate his brain and wake up earlier.
I'm not sure all this woo-woo spiritual stuff is gonna help, Dad.
Not with that attitude, it won't.
I'm having a great time.
Oh, yay!
What the hell are you guys doing?
We're waking Frank's spirit.
Why don't you just do this?
What happened?
Later, Mom took me back to live at the Gallagher's again. Since Aunt Fiona got married, she hasn't come back much, so Mom temporarily took her place and became the new head of the family. She also set many new rules, and our lives continued in this strange atmosphere. My slowness has become an original sin. At this school, I became a target of bullying. To save me from a few more punches, my mom gave Uncle Carl what he wanted, begging him to be my backer at school. Uncle Carl was the school bully, and with him around, no one dared to touch me. Treat this new uncle like a boss. If he says, go east, I dare not go west.
Uncle Carl.
We interrupting you?
No, I'm fine. The story is just getting good. Continue.
Rita says,
Now after school, people even come up to me to say hello. That's simply awesome. My mom is also extremely happy now, and she sticks with Grandpa Frank every day. But it seems Grandpa has long been fed up with her, and is bent on driving her out of the house, and the knife he picked is his chubby grandson, me. By that time, Uncle Carl had already gotten involved in the flower business, and at Grandpa's instigation, he asked me to help him transport some things. When Uncle Carl tied the stuff tightly around me, I even thought of myself as a natural-born mule, feeling perfectly content.
I miss my mom.
Be a good little niece, and there's more junk food where that came from.
Oh my god, I had no idea what was happening, but just like that, the police arrested me. After I went in, they gave me some kind of IQ test, and surprisingly, I scored 71. That was higher than any grade I'd ever gotten in the test. Mom was extremely worried. She said I was like a cute little round white rabbit and would definitely be bullied inside. She insisted on teaching me on the spot how to ingratiate myself with the prison guards to protect myself. In the end, the judge gave me the lowest sentence, saying that if I stay for 120 days and perform well for 90 days, I can come out. Uncle Carl, though, was all excited. He'd even looking forward to getting locked up every day. When he got sentenced to a year, he was over the moon. Mom was still worried before I left. She drew a silly symbol on my forehead as a talisman. Unexpectedly, I was actually taken in by a group of people inside. I got into a fight with Carl, who was representing the black guys as soon as I arrived.
Let's do this.
But bad luck always follows me, and the whole blame for the fight ended up falling on me alone. Because Carl had gang connections, he got out early, while my sentence got extended instead. When I finally managed to get out, Mom got arrested for chasing Mickey with a gun. I had no choice but to run back to the Gallagher's place.
Hi, Aunt Fiona.
Fiona Gallagher?
Uh-huh.
This Charles is your nephew, correct?
I forgot about the swastika. Much better.
I'm hungry.
Ian, did you get your Nazi nephew some breakfast?
If you let the cracker stay, bitch gonna get a shiv in his neck. Right here.
No rules. No shivs in Chucky's neck and no race wars. In the house. Got it?
But not long after I started staying there, their house was gone, and the whole family had skipped town. Poor me, I was like a stone by the roadside, completely and utterly forgotten. While everyone else found a place to sleep, I had nowhere to go. That night, I ran into my grandpa, who was also homeless. I only had 1 can of food left, and he tricked me out of that too. Dawn had just broken when my grandma Queenie came to the south side, ready to pick me up and take me to live in the countryside. I was just about to leave when Uncle Carl came back. I had no idea if Uncle Carl had robbed the bank, but he actually had the money to buy a house, which meant I could return to this temporary home. As soon as Grandma Queenie arrived, she started getting, refused to come out while working in the room. My days at school were just as tough, Having picked up some knowledge in juvie, I wrote a book report on Hitler. Those idiots at school told me to get lost and go home.
Kid, what are you doing here?
They sent me home from school.
Well, beat it. Your grandma and I aren't gonna get into some action. No cock blocking.
Hey, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah, buddy. Who got you all snot-nosed?
Oh my gosh, who upset my little woodchuck?
My teacher wouldn't let me share my book report in class.
Well, what for?
Well, it's just a wild guess, but maybe the report topic.
Mein Kampf. Hitler's Mein Kampf?
Hey, buddy. You let Grandpa Frank work his magic on the middle school PC police, okay?
Okay.
Luckily, Grandpa had a mouth like a machine gun. He took me back to school and tore into them so badly that they had nothing to say. At least, he helped me save face. Although Grandma Queenie has a pretty chaotic lifestyle, deep down that sense of responsibility, as a grandma hasn't completely rotted away, she realized that the Gallagher house is no place for anyone to live. He was dead set on taking me to that rural commune in the countryside. Due to conflicts between her pregnancy and her family, Debbie decided to go with us. And Grandpa Frank, trying to escape from the drug dealers who were after him, tagged along too.
Good night, Chuckapoo.
Well, what was a mountain lion?
We are barely outside of the city, kid. Be lucky if you see a squirrel.
Because Debbie was scared of the way things worked here, Grandpa Frank had to take her back. After that, I never saw any of the Gallaghers again. I'm left alone in this quiet place, eating, sleeping, and spacing out every day. I often think back to the days when we lived in the trailer park. Back then, my mother would hold me in her arms, sing to me, and praise me for being smart. I would also think of those uncles and aunts from Jealous Family. Aunt Fiona's hurried back, Grandpa lying on the sofa, and even the hateful face of Uncle Carl when he bullied me. Those days, whether good or bad, are now so far, far away from me. I'm like an unwanted old toy in their yard, thrown into the corner, never to be thought of again.
Grandma?